Hi, I am back from social media detox and my smartphone detox. If you remember, if you haven't watched my previous video, that's the reason why I haven't recorded any videos. I'm sorry if this video is going to be in this format, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on editing and different. I'm sorry, I was just laughing because my husband threw my cat just behind me. I also wanted to add some note that I'm doing a challenge with no makeup and I'm trying to accept my face, my beauty, my features, and not to do makeup. Sometimes I do a little bit eyebrows because when I was younger, I chipped them a lot, but that's the only thing I'm trying to do right now. So what I wanted to say that it's been great. I loved every single day of my experience, and uh, and I loved using it. Uh, what's what can I share about that? First of all, that I still most of the time carry my smartphone as an emergency tool. So in case I need to do some banking stuff or I need to order a taxi. If you remember, my husband asked me to only call specific app that we know that is safe, which is I which is actually safe in indeed. So I'm using that, and so just only for two only reasons. The rest of the time I'm just it's just lay down there, and I'm using, if you know that, not system launcher but another one when you can see only, actually I shared that in the previous video, you can watch it, when you can see no icons, just a list of your apps, and it's less distracting. The impact of social media detox and smartphone detox was amazing. I loved every single day, as I said before. So what I loved about it, that my attention span got better. For example, I can watch an entire almost 2.5 video of just a lecture, or recently I have watched a video of Miracle of the Earth, and the narrator had kind of boring voice, but still I watched it with high interest, and I watched it till the end. And in the middle of that, I realized that I actually watching it and I'm actually enjoy it, and I don't want to get distracted and I don't want to scroll my phone, because usually if I watch the video like with a long length, or if I have watched a movie, I wanted to do something with my hands. For example, I do the games, that kind of ADHD stuff, but actually, I'm not a professional in that. But if you have such syndromes or such habits, it can be cured if you work on your focus, just to do one task at a time and not to get distracted. What I have not overcome in my experience is messengers. So I still like messaging through the messengers, because I have seen that even my family, they prefer not to call me but just to text me, and they expect me. And sometimes I get an SMS, just simple SMS, like please check WhatsApp or check Telegram. And I'm like, why just don't you call me? But that's the reality of our 21st century. And because of that, I'm still using a lot my phone at home. When I'm at home, I check my messages, but I do not use WhatsApp like almost 99%, like at all, because I hate WhatsApp and I don't like it. But I do use Telegram, but I have notification on my husband, my family, my sister. So those only people can text me and I will see their messages. Rest of them they are muted, and when I check, I answer them only then. My experience of responding and checking on only laptop has had failed because it's not convenient. And if I want to text to a company, for example, I am booking a place to go. It can be a sauna, it can be a beauty salon, it can be a doctor appointment. I need to do it through the WhatsApp, and it's better to do it on the phone. Especially, I don't like WhatsApp because it doesn't have a cross platform like Telegram. If you delete it on your phone, you cannot have an access on your laptop or any other devices if you still know your password or you have access to your phone itself, phone number, and you can get an SMS if you need to verification, but still they don't have this storage that can be uh, restored. Well, even if you do everything correctly, I tried it multiple times. When you do the backup on your Google Drive, it still doesn't have all the messages you had. So I gave up and I tried to not use, only use for people who actually do not use Telegram. In my country, it's quite popular, and for those companies who used WhatsApp when you need to do an appointment. So messages that I still use, yeah, it's not the best option, but at least I'm not spending a lot of time because most of people do know that I'm doing this in experience. I started reading more and I love it. If you know that I have my previous ebook got broken, something happened to its display. So I'm reading on this device. Perfect. I love it and I can carry it anywhere. So since by the way, I'm saying that I still messaging to people, but reality is that I don't have a lot of text messages. Sometimes it can be days, I'll be honest with you, that I don't have any messages at all from except my husband and sometimes mother. The rest of them they don't call me, they don't text me, and I think if we didn't have all of our social media, that would be reality, and we would just book an appointments with each other, which I do. I usually call people and or text them that hey, let's meet, and I prefer not to text a lot on the messages. So I meet people in real life, not so often, but still, it's better than have just chit chat on social media, just have likes and that's it. It's not a meaningful conversation for me. I don't like it. So I read a lot, I started meeting people, and it became better. But I have to be honest with you that when I recorded the previous my experience, it was January, and that time I had a job and it was quite stressful. It had toxic atmosphere and I had a lot of information, lots of messages every day, emails, and I was bombarded with that. And one of the reasons why I did this experience was my job because I was tired, I was exhausted. And now, on the 31st of January, was my last day of that job. I had worked there 2.5 years and I'm done with that, but I have not found new job yet. Not because I haven't tried it, but because I want to change the sphere and I'm studying right now. And thanks to support of my husband, he is helping me right now. He's the one who is a breadwinner right now, and I'm happy to be in such place where I can rest, work on my mental health, and and can get better. So that's what I wanted to say. And since I don't have a job, I can be mentally stable, relaxed. I can read all day. I can study. I can go on a walk. Nobody's disturbing me. And I love that. and I don't know how it will be with my new job. And I really, really hope that it's going to be just fine. I hope that it will have a good environment, good people, hardworking people, no toxic, no manipulating, no controlling, no competitive colleagues, just a nice, good atmosphere. I just want to work, and I don't want to be invested in gossips, in to be under manipulation of my chiefs, colleagues. I don't want to play games. I don't want to play nice if I don't want to. I just want to do my job and tell my honest opinion. For example, if this business strategy doesn't work, I want to tell that my honest opinion as a professional, as a specialist of that major on that position, because you hired me to do that, right? Why I cannot tell you the honest my opinion? Why why are they expecting me just to, I'm sorry, lick their asses and just to support every single business strategies just because it was the idea of the founder or idea of the highest position people? And I don't like that, and I want to be honest. I want to be appreciated as a person who won that position. Because you hired me, you wanted me, you wanted my skill, so here's my skills, here are my skills, and please take them. Because um, I am believer myself, and I like the verse from the Bible that uh, I might be not so quoted from the Bible because I read Bible in Russian most of the time, and it says, "Do not work for people, but work like for God." And every single task I did it with all of my heart, with all of my investment. Like, I'm not doing it for specific person. I'm not doing it specifically to the founder, but I'm doing all my best because I'm doing it for God. And God is the only one who is going to reward me, who is going to support me. I'm not relying on people, I'm relying on God. That's the thesis that I use from my teenage years, and it helped me a lot. It always gets me on the higher positions, gets promoted. Every single company that I worked in, that I worked at, I have been promoted always. I think mostly because of my attitude, because I do all my best and I invest everything that I can have and I had. So that's the reason I can enjoy my life right now, just to read, not to be bombarded with messages, actually slow down, have a quality time, not to actually have a better sleep right now. And I usually I would watch social media for hours before I go to sleep, and I would fall asleep with my phone in my hand sometimes, which is absolutely terrible. And um, I do have some fails. I'll be honest with you. I do watch YouTube, but I do watch only specific topics. It's not like I watch these noisy videos with clickbait names. I just watch quiet vlogs, for example, if they talk about minimalism, if they talk about digital detox, if they talk about underconsumption or mindful consumerism. I love these topics about ecology, about climate change, and I love also watch about tiny house or never too small channel. They're not supporting me, obviously, but I do love to watch something about apartments because I do rent this apartment and I don't like these walls. I think they're terrible, and that's why it's kind of my escape when I want to watch something beautiful. And I do not want to own a big house, but I'm dreaming recently maybe have own land where I can grow my vegetables, my own herbs, and maybe just have a small tiny house. But I don't know if we will be able to do that in my country because it has quite tough climate. It has harsh winter. I'm not sure we can do that here, but I don't know if we will end up living here. But still, maybe I will learn something useful from those videos, because they talk a lot about maintaining those houses, and I think that's a good experience. So I'm not blaming myself for using YouTube, because I still have to live in this world. But I do not watch news, I do not read news, and I love about that. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being with me in my journey, and sorry for this editing, sorry for this beginning of the video. I'm sorry I didn't speak in English for a long time. Maybe I did mistakes. Sorry for that. I You can correct me in the comments. So share your experience, your comments, maybe what you are struggling with. Bye bye.